Now look, over 45% of people on LinkedIn make over 75 grand a year. So I get it, these people who use the platform are decision makers. That's why you're on there. But rather than spamming a bunch of people or running a bunch of email ads or trying to make sure that you have the platinum version of LinkedIn in order to allow yourself to grow your business, in this video, I'm going to show you how to generate 100 new leads every single day without being spammy, without being salesy, and actually building a relationship with people. And this method is something that here at Impact School, we call permission-based relationship marketing, because you're only going to market to them through building a relationship with them if you've had their permission to do so first. Because this whole interruption marketing, or should I say spamming, is really unscalable, and it's just gonna damage your reputation in the long term. And so in this series, I do have 2 other videos on generating leads. So make sure that you've hit subscribe, turn on that bell, and then go check those videos out too. But with that said, I'm actually going to be hopping on a screen recording right here so that I can go and show you the very best way to do this right now. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is actually optimize your LinkedIn profile. So here you can see that I put Forbes Top 20 Entrepreneur because Forbes magazine called me a top 20 entrepreneur, and this is something that I know people value massively. But the important thing is your impact statement. Now, we do actually have an impact statement generator. So I'm going to leave a link to that down in the description box, and that will allow you to build out what we call an impact statement, and you can just pop it in there. So you can just edit this in your settings and pop it in here, because it's way more appealing for people to see something like, I help business owners implement systems to increase sales, save time, and change more lives. It's way more appealing than me saying business consultant, right? People are gonna be like, oh wow, this is helpful. Whereas if I just say business consultant, what does that even mean? And then if you have any crazy things that are gonna allow you to stand out to people, then pop that in there. But at the end of the day, I want to spend time on helping you focus on how to actually generate leads rather than optimizing your profile. So what you can do is I'll leave a link to my LinkedIn, or just type in Lauren Tickner, and then you can go and see what my profile looks like. So you can literally copy these headlines and write under them and emulate what I've done here, because this is a really good model and it really stands out, because then people can see what you can do for them. Who do you work with? You know, core outcomes of working. And I actually need to update this because we have a second business now whereby we do done for you lead generation using LinkedIn and Instagram. And so when you connect with me on LinkedIn, just make sure to say, Lauren, I came from your LinkedIn lead generation YouTube video, and then I'll know to actually connect back with you. Okay, so now let's talk about actually going and generating leads. So obviously by now you should know who your ideal client is. So let's just say for me, I'm wanting to go after online coaches. So what I'm going to do is go in this little search bar here, and I'm going to type in online coach and hit enter. And then what you need to do is the next step is to hit on people, so that it just shows the people rather than the jobs. And then from there, hit on connections to make sure that it's only showing 2nd and 3rd degree, because 1st degree means people that you're already connected with. Hey look, Joe Wicks has shown up. Fun fact, I did one of his very first ever video shoots when I was an online fitness coach myself. But what you're gonna do, and look, you can see all my messages popping in just because we have a really good system on lead generation here, but you're gonna hit connect and then type in a message. And the key is something that I've shared before, is you're going to give them a compliment and ask them a question. So you're gonna say, hey Joe, your book is absolutely life-changing. I said about his book because he has a book and my dad read it and liked it. Just wanted to connect so that I can share some of your content. How is lockdown treating you? Okay, so I'm just giving a compliment and asking a question. So we'll just send the invitation, and you can do 100 people per day without LinkedIn thinking that you're a bot. So you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna connect with this next person. Hey Tara Lee, been seeing some of your content here. Been seeing some of your content across social media. How long have you been an online coach? Okay, done. So you could probably copy and paste that. I don't know if it's a good idea because LinkedIn might think it's a bot, but you're just gonna go ahead and connect with all these people while making sure that you don't forget to change their name, because otherwise that will be really bad. So you can do that 100 people a day. Now that's kind of time consuming. I actually use a software to do that, and the software makes sure that different types of connection messages are going out. So obviously 100 people a day, that's probably going to take at least 30 minutes. That saves me 30 minutes a day. So you can see how a lot of people have this invite sent already. Well, that's because the software's already done it for me, so I don't actually have to go ahead and do it myself. See, like this person. And you can really refine your type of targeting. And so I'm going to leave a link below as well to Boolean search, because you can type things like online coach and male, so that it only shows the male online coaches. So you can see here all the males have shown up, and so it's pretty smart doing that type of thing. And so that's not really the lead generation aspect, that's just initiating a connection. Now the software is kind of a very small part of it. I'd say about 2 to 3% of the overarching lead generation that I am going to be sharing with you. But what it does as well is when someone accepts your connection request, what you'll see is that you do get a notification, right? They accepted your invitation to connect. So you can see all, and then from there you can message people, but it's very easy to forget to do this. And again, it's that whole process now of saying, hey, thanks for connecting with me. Don't know if you saw my message above, because you'll find that a lot of people don't reply to the initial question in your connection message. And the cool thing is that the software does it automatically. So that's awesome. And so if they accept your connection request, then what it will do is you can set a time. So I think I set it to like 4 or 7 minutes or something, saying, oh, just came online and I noticed that you accepted my connection message. Then ask them another question, because questions encourage responses. And so anyway, what I'm trying to get at is that you want to start a conversation with them, because the conversation in Messenger is where you are going to get the best results. And remember, you can build teams around this. So for example, we reached out to this guy, David, gave him a compliment, asked him a question, and then he replies. And then from there, then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna ask him another question to get him to reply. This is the coronavirus edition, because I'm filming this in the time of Corona. And so then he's asking a question back to us. And so then you'll see that we're just building a relationship with him, asking him questions. And the outcome that we want to get to ultimately is to get him on a phone call where he's ready to buy. But in order to do that, we need to create a safe space, which is what we're doing through asking him if he's keeping healthy and safe. And because I'm filming this during the time of coronavirus, and we're basically having a conversation, and you can build teams around this, and that's what's going to separate you. And so in order to do this, you need to be connecting with 100 people per day. And again, it may sound like a lot of work, but if you have the software that our clients use, just DM me on LinkedIn if you want to know the specific software. Just say LinkedIn leads so that I know that you've come from this video. And then what else you need to be doing is you need to make sure that you are actively posting content at least every other day. And so content that performs the best is going to be video content. Now the reason why you want to be posting content is because then what's going to end up happening is that people can see you as a credible authority figure. And so I've tested a lot of different things. I found that these super highly edited videos do not perform as well. Okay, so look, this one has 1,200 views. This one has over 10,000 views. And it's just me walking along the street. So the things that do good are really organic videos, as well as just polarizing questions, okay? So this got nearly 7,000 views, 31 comments, and then this got, that got 83 comments, which is crazy. And so can you see how this post literally took me like 0 time? You want to make sure that you have hashtags in your posts. They're performing really well. My posts go trending on LinkedIn pretty much every single day. So post videos, ask polarizing questions, and as well as that, when someone connects with you, you don't just want to, accept. When you accept them, right, you're gonna send them a message straight away, and you're gonna say, hey Tanja, how are you doing? Thanks for connecting with me. Would love to know what made you reach out to connect. Okay, because then you're figuring out why they reached out to you, and that can immediately become a lead super fast because they are connecting with you. And so if you're posting content, if you're doing everything that I've mentioned just here, then you're gonna scale really fast. And then you will have to build a team because you'll have so many messages in your inbox. And that's the beauty of LinkedIn, because it's so scalable.